Come in, please. Have a seat. Have a seat. Yes, Dr. Torres, it's nice to meet you. Yes, and just so we can confirm everything with my schedule, what was your full name? Okay, great. Well, you're in the right place and you're early, which is much appreciated. So let me tell you a little bit about the position and how the interview is going to work, and we'll go from there. Before we get started though, would you like something to drink? No? Okay. If you change your mind, please let me know. Just so you know, we are a pet-friendly office. You probably saw several people with pets on their way in. My dog will be wandering around, so you may hear him. Feel free, reach down, give him a little pet. He's very friendly. So we're a very open office. So how was getting here? Okay? I know the weather outside is just dreadful. So okay. And you came straight from your current employer, is that correct? Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. We're really interested in what you could bring to the collective table. So the position itself is not your typical Monday through Friday. We consider ourselves a hybrid office, which means you could be working on Monday, you could be working Tuesday, you could be working Thursday, Friday, you could be working Sunday. Unless there's an actual meeting that you have to attend, we try to let people make their own schedule. Now, that being said, you and your teammates will be meeting either virtually or in person several times a week for updates on your project and to, help each other out. So please be aware, if you're a night owl, make sure that you let your teammates know not to schedule things at a time when you would normally be sleeping. Though actually we found a great number of our people tend to be best working late at night. So not sure how that fits with you. Oh, you are a night owl as well. Well, wonderful. I am myself, which is why I asked for such a late evening meeting. I get that you work a current 9 to 5 type of situation, or 8 to 5, but we respect your work and life balance. We try to respect everyone's life outside of work. We want you to have a successful career with us, but also have a successful life as well. So about the position itself, you would be joining our research and development team. More research than development at this stage. All of our models are being virtually created for this project, and the hope is by the end of the year we'll be building some actual physical mock-ups in the office, and then once we have tested the physical, we'll be sending them over to NASA for evaluation. Our last 3 projects with NASA have been accepted first reading, so that's wonderful. You may be familiar with some of our projects, including some of the air purifying systems and some of the waste recycling. So that's why we brought you on board, was for the air quality for the interview. Hopefully we can fully bring you on board. You've done great consulting work for us in the past. So I'm just very kind of needy in terms of wanting people to myself instead of just as consultants. So, but like I said, it's a hybrid environment, so you'll be pretty much setting your own hours around your teammates' schedule. So all of the equipment that you would need in terms of computer equipment, software, etc., would all be available at your disposal. I try not to limit my employees' creativity with a budget. Of course, if you ask for something incredibly expensive, you may have to me or the board, but for the most part, we find that you guys do well with choosing whatever you need to work with. Your teammates would let you know if they're working on what software they're using, and you can choose to integrate however you wish. So, the team that I'm interested in hiring you for, and yes, we are still very much old school pen and paper with some things, but your team has 6 members currently, and we're looking to add a full-time 7th, hopefully with you, and be able to expand the project exponentially. Okay, so as far as this interview, this is more a formality. I'm hoping that you're very interested in the position, and you've gone over some of the salary expectations on both ends. So this should hopefully just be a formality, and you can make a decision either at the end of this discussion or within the next few days. Okay. Do you have any questions for me before we get started? That is a very good question. Yes, so I am not a traditional boss, so to speak. I'm very hands-on, and I like to be part of each of my department's lives and a part of their activities. I like to be more of a coach than a boss. I like to provide positive feedback, be supportive as necessary, and celebrate your successes and support you in any struggles that you may be having. So we do a lot of relaxation group activities, mostly ASMR, loosely based. If you're familiar with the concept, yes, so we'll do some quiet relaxation with some sound therapy, light therapy occasionally. You can do individual sessions, you can do group sessions, whatever works for you. Okay? So did that answer your question? Great. Any other questions you could have for me? Well, that is a good question, and I'll have to get you the answer to that. So you're interested in the exact financials of the project. Obviously, that would be insider information, but if you and I agree that this will be a mutually agreeable relationship, I will get you that information, and you can have it as soon as tomorrow if we agree. Alright? So, let me make myself a note of that. Great. Any other questions? Before we get started, I want you to feel very comfortable with this entire interview process. So, like I said, I do things a little bit differently. I'm a little bit old school. I'll be taking some notes, both handwritten and which will just be for my eyes only, just as a formality. I like to make sure I catch any pertinent information about people that I'm hiring, and then I'll be taking some notes via computer, which I will be sharing with my team immediately. So is that all right with you? No, they're not watching. Pardon me, and they're not listening either. This is just strictly a meeting between you and I. But I will be sending them some notes and thoughts electronically, if that's all right with you. Great. Any other questions? Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about your education background. I'm very curious. In particular, you changed fields from a more fine arts background to a hard science background while you switched between undergrad and graduate school. Would you tell me a little bit about that? Yes, I saw you were quite an accomplished writer. I've actually read some of your poetry. I like your style. Your meter is quite unique. Oh, so that's what led you to the sciences, was some research for a book. Okay. Have you finished that book, or still a work in progress? Okay. Well, that was a big question on all of our minds, so let me just share that answer. Yes. No, I'm fascinated. It's rare that someone makes such a change. You should be quite proud. You're quite intelligent. Absolutely. No, please don't be nervous. I am honestly holding you in the highest regard. This meeting is simply a formality, okay? Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Take a deep breath, okay? I'm not judging you. I'm not here to question your abilities. I firmly believe in what you have to offer. I'm truly interested in you. I just had some questions to clear up. Okay? Shh. Take a deep breath. In and out. Good. Okay. Do you need a moment? Or shall we continue? All right. So, my next question. You graduated, top of your class, in a degree in environmental science, and your thesis was on environmental change on Mars, since we've been doing studies and explorations there. Did you get positive or negative feedback? You had a lot to defend. What were their questions for that? I found it quite a solid paper. I see. I'm really sorry they felt that way. I found your research quite solid. They felt it was too new and too innovative. Well, you certainly won't ever have that problem with me. I look for new and innovative, so no worries there. Okay. Yes. Really? Interesting. You did pick a traditional but respected school. Next, what are your thoughts personally on how you handle stress on the job? Take all the time you need. I know it's not a traditional interview question. Okay. I'm the same way myself. I like to ask for a moment and collect my thoughts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, okay. You can have a sound machine on your desk. And use with headphones for the full immersive experience. Okay. Okay. Great. Now I find that quite responsible. Absolutely. Pardon me. And next interesting question, if you will. I find it almost a childlike quality question, but people's answers always are so unique to me. What color are you drawn to when you really want to set your mind to something and work hard? So you like the richness of a neutral tone environment, not distracting, right? Okay. See, I like the lights and all the colors of the city, but we have some people that prefer to work in windowless or blackout type offices when they're here. I just want to make sure that we have an environment that is welcoming. Oh yes, you can have both. Absolutely. You can have the option to have windows that have blackout. Sure. Let me make note of that right now, if that's okay. Of course. Total blackout or little light? Total. Okay. Completely understand. Yes, just want to make sure we have exactly what would be successful. And do you prefer to work in office or at home more? 50-50. Well, we are open 24/7. We'll have a key card, and if you wish to come in, come in. If you wish to work at home, as long as you attend your meetings, of course. Certainly. Your team has a regular meeting every week. Let me pull up their schedule. Looks like Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. You have a lot of night owls, so it's kind of the last meeting of their day. Right. Sure. I think you'll be a good fit with everyone in the meeting. I really do. So, what is your experience working in smaller groups and then meeting with larger groups for kind of consulting and builds and things like that? Okay. And what size is that group? 10 people. Okay. And then your larger group? 22. Oh, okay, great. Then I think you'll be perfect here. So, do you have any questions for me? Anything at all? Nothing is off limits. It is a high-stress environment in terms of we want to produce quality that is accepted the first time. Like I said, our track record with NASA is quite impeccable. Individual pressure, no. There's no worries there. We try to provide the utmost support for each and every one of our employees at all times. Yes, absolutely. We offer the group sessions, individual sessions, and then you'll have access to the sensory flotation pods. You'll have access to the weightless swimming, anything that would help you relax, of course. And my door's always open, so feel free. Okay. Yes, let's talk salary. I'm assuming you are interested in the position at this point. Wonderful. So, I know I sent you the initial numbers, but we call those backups. So, we were discussing 190 million as a possible base with your insurance and everything. That would take you to 225. Insurance would begin immediately. Yes. For you, any partners that you've been with that you'd like to add to the insurance, and we also offer pet insurance. Yes. work with our insurance agents to cover your place of residence, your vehicle. That way it's all one payment a month. I just find it easier with bill paying to not have to worry about an extra bill every month, but that's just me. I think we can meet somewhere in the middle. What were you thinking? That's a fair offer. You do bring a lot to the table, and I think you would be a great fit with the team. Let me run some numbers. I'd be willing to meet you at 213. Yes. Okay. 213. Insurance immediately. Yes. And that's with 14 days of vacation. To start with, major holidays are paid, and you also get a day for your birthday. Yes. Mhm. Well, I think you've just made yourself quite a deal. Wonderful. Well, welcome aboard. I will get all of the necessary paperwork here for you in just a few moments if you don't mind waiting. And I'll have HR come in and we will get everything signed if you have time this evening. Wonderful. I know you have to give notice in your current job. How much notice do you need to give them? Okay. Well, if they choose to terminate early, feel free to reach out if you want to start early. Or if you would like that time for yourself, feel free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright. Well, let me send a note to HR and we'll get all your paperwork. I'm very excited that you've decided to join our team. I truly believe that you will be very happy here. Yes. Thank you again. Yes. We can meet tomorrow afternoon. Let me check my schedule. How does 6:30 again sound? Wonderful. And feel free to bring in your wish. I'll get you set up in your new office. It's on the floor below. It'll actually be an office over from mine, straight down. Yes. And I still haven't put up the curtains between now and then. And if it isn't to your liking, let me know. We have a couple of other